Hi guys, today we're going to make some honey wine. The things we have out, we've got honey from our beehives, 3.5 pounds ready to go. It's going to be a sweet wine. This is purified drinking water. I've seen used distilled, I've seen people say use spring water. I saw a guy use tap water and was stirring it with a stick even, so it's what I have, so that's what we're going to use today. I've got an empty carboy. This is just, like I said in the last video, for me, cheap wine from Walmart. So that was a cheap way to get that carboy. Got the bung and the airlock. I've got warm water here, ready for our wine yeast. I've got a dozen raisins for food for the wine. I've got some cherries. These are unpitted cherries. We're going to use those. I've got some cinnamon sticks, and these are just the raisins we used. So let's get started. Let's get started by putting our yeast in our warm water to get it working. And we're going to pour some water into here. That should be enough. Now we're going to add our honey to that. Sorry, get that yeast stirred up a little bit. We're going to add our honey to it. Now I measured this off camera. It's 3.5 pounds. I weighed it, I'm sorry. I'm just going to... And this is last year's honey, so it's starting to crystallize a little bit. But I don't think that's going to be a big deal. We'll get all this in here and shake the honey up with that little bit of water we added. And I don't know why they say to add raisins for food for the yeast when you're adding, I'm adding cherries, I've added blackberries. I guess I don't know what the difference would be other than the videos I've watched. I mean, you can use a chemical, a food grade chemical for that, and I have that, but this is the, I guess, natural way of doing it. So we're just going to add them. It supposedly doesn't do anything for the flavor. Again, it's just food for the cherries, or for the yeast. That's good enough. Put that in there, and we'll shake it up. Oh, I should have started by saying that I've sanitized everything. I use Star San to sanitize all the tools and work surface. Alright. That's good. So let's put the lid on and shake that up and see how well it incorporates. Yeah, we're doing all right. You can see some of the granules from the sugar, but I'm not too worried about it. Or from the honey, crystallizing a little bit. We're going to put our dozen raisins in. Here we go. And I'm going to add, well, I was going to add 2, and that's all I got, so I didn't want to add more. 2 cinnamon sticks. And this I don't know about. So these cherries are from trees in our backyard. We did a harvest and got a lot of cherries. And then we went on vacation and another tree came ripe. So we just picked them, but they haven't been pitted. I had to throw them in the freezer. So I'm not pitting these cherries. And I'm hoping that that's not a big deal. So there's a cup. We'll see what that looks like going in. Now, if you wanted to kind of mash these a little, you could, I suppose, to help bring the flavor out, but I think this will be all right. Oh. I really want to have a nice cherry flavor, and we have plenty of cherries. I've never tried to pit cherries after they've been frozen, so I don't know how easy that's going to be to do, so I might put in 2 cups of cherries. Really flavor this as good as we can. Right. So like I said, I've never used cherry before. I've only made honey wine. This is the, oops, there's another one on the floor. This is the 3rd time. So this is all still kind of experimenting. You know, I'm not a pro, but we have all these natural things, the honey, the fruit, that we have a bit of surplus of. And we do drink wine, and we like some sweet wines and some dry wines. I'll pick those up when we're done. I'm just going to put that on and shake it up. So it's nice to have a little change. Once in a while, a little flavor difference. Alright, we're going to stir that yeast up one more time. Add it. Cherry there we're going to throw in. And we're going to top this off and shake it up again. And I'm not worried too much about headspace with this, other than for shaking it up, because we have the airlock in the bung, so it'll vent. I don't have to gas it, burp it by loosening the lid. I don't have to worry about it exploding over. That airlock will. Okay, got it. Now I got to pick these up. The dog came out. Shake that up. And I'm actually going to add a little more. I'm going to put the airlock in. Some people say use sanitized water, the Star San or whatever, to fill this. I'm not going to do that. You don't want to get too much water. You want there to be enough pressure that bacteria can't get inside, but not so much that the gas can't come out. So that should be good. And I can keep an eye on it. If I have to add a little over days, I will. Put this on. It's going to sit like that for at least a month, probably 2. I'll put it in a cool, dark place. When this is done bubbling, that means it's ready to transfer into another jug. So we'll bring you back for that. Thanks for watching. See ya.